I'm Olivia Butch, and all the world is a stage. Shakespeare said that, possibly the best playwright in history, but that's arguable. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about theater in high schools. Now, I'm not saying that should be a mandatory thing, and I'm not saying that everyone has to partake, but I think it should be something offered more than it is now. It's not really a hot-button issue in today's news as much as other things like sports. But it is very important, because things that you learn by partaking in theater are things that you can use the rest of your life. Most don't really pay attention or even know of the positive effects that theater can have on you, such as things with mental illness, happiness, and social activity. We've all been protagonists, antagonists, and side characters in our own stories. We've all had plot twists and character arcs and possibly a musical interlude here or there. But we all wear different masks throughout life, and we all play different parts. How many people have been to a restaurant and heard a server outside of the restaurant speak completely different than how they spoke to you at your table? We all just wear different masks. Theater is a core involvement in life, whether you are in the audience watching that person on stage tell you a story, or whether you are on that stage telling the story. It's not expendable. A lot of people think it is, because math and science are much more important, but theater helps build your person as you are. How many of you throughout high school felt lonely or depressed or sad or stressed? Because I certainly did, and sometimes to the point of tears. I remember the days that I would be so stressed that I would just want to give up on school, on anything social, because I was so stressed out about grades and doing well. Some people may block out these bad memories, as a lot of people do with middle school, but I know a lot of people agree that 4 years of slight torture was a little bit much. But the positives that I had really shone out, because I was able to do 4 years of theater, and 3 months out of the year I was able to be who I wanted to be around who I wanted to be, and just be me. I know sometimes I should have been studying instead of relaxing with my friends, maybe unwinding, whether it be in the wings or in the house, or even on the stage. But those days helped me get through the bad days. We always live a different reality if you're on that stage. You get to be a different person, you get to wear different clothes, and speak in different words. I remember being under the warm spotlight with a microphone strapped to my face, and makeup that would probably stain my face for a month afterward. But it was an escape from reality that we all needed, because high school was such a harsh life to live sometimes. Mental illness has become a great topic in today's news, especially with millennials and young adults, because of the stress that school and peers have put on us. Homework, parents, and grades all have a thing, especially going into higher education. Some people don't even know if they're going to, because of high school's pressure, and you don't know if you're going to continue with this, or if you want to do something else with your life. But the pressure builds throughout high school, and students just want an escape, and sometimes it's really hard to find. Some go to the sports, and that's wonderful. I even played soccer, but even then, sometimes you don't fit in. I played for 4 years, and I still didn't feel like I was fully welcomed. But in the theater, everyone welcomed you, everyone got along for the most part, and you just were able to be you and have fun with the people who you knew liked what you liked. It is an enjoyable thing to do if it's something that fancies you, and it's a safe space to go to if you're stressed about school or if your home life is a little rough. You can go there, whether it be for 3 hours or possibly 9 hours, just to unwind. I know for me it was a home away from home because I was there for so often and with the people who I kind of grew up with. So it was a home away from home for me. More and more schools these days are designing their education system to push out the students one after the other like the next, like an assembly line. And nothing is original or creative about these tests. And there's just so many of them that's all the students worry about, whether it's the grades for that, the grades to get into a higher education. And according to Guy Jones, theater addresses the skills which benefit children's education and developments in 5 general areas, whether it be from physical to creative or mental to social. Coming from a UCLA study, the students that participated in theater actually did better on test scores, and they performed better academically in general. On the SAT alone, they averaged about 100 points higher if they had participated in theater than if they did without. And that one is based on the College Board, which is kind of influential. So many things these days focus on money, and it really sucks because it stresses you out and it just makes your life a little less happy. But if you think about it, like Terrence Mann, who is a very prominent figure on Broadway, he's an actor, director, and playwright himself. He said, movies will make you famous, TV will make you rich, but theater will make you good. It's a very humbling experience. And Stella Adler, who said this quote, also wrote The Art of Acting, and she discusses how you need to find an inner force within you and not just be one-dimensional or focus on one thing in life. You need something else. And she also says to find the killer in you, because to be a thespian, you aren't just a face that goes on stage. It takes hard work and dedication, and a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people in high school, like the quote-quote jocks, would the quote-quote jocks would always make fun of, not always, but always make fun of the thespians and the ones that enjoyed theater and art, because it wasn't cool or it didn't take enough energy or athleticism. But it is tough love. It is dedication and vigilance and commitment that a lot of people don't realize. So don't let the education system standardize you. And as Victor Hugo said, life is a theater set in which there are few but practical entrances. And you just have to find yourself within that. Thank you.
The first. Okay. Yep.
No,